Dude, what's up?
What?
I don't know why I went with oi today.
Oi!
Welcome to another week of Shut Up and Poetry. We're your host. I'm SC Says. This is SaladCon. We have faces. You should like them. This week we have one of the funniest poets I've ever had the pleasure of hugging. And he's got a massive beard. Yeah, I've hugged him like once or twice. Yeah, he's pretty huggable. And I'm talking, of course, about the one and only Jacob Dodson. This guy is brilliant and funny, and he has a beard.
A very large beard.
Very large beard. Check
and
him
he's
out.
looking to date women who like beards. So, if you're out there.
That's just speculation. We have not confirmed that.
I have confirmed that.
This is Jacob Dodson.
To the collection of hairs adorning the upper lip of my former lover's new boyfriend, I will not call you a mustache in the same way that I don't call Podunk Town a city. You gotta get a bit more developed first. A mustache should not be thin, emaciated, and looking like it needs to eat an A1 Whataburger. It should be like the A1 Whataburger, thick and hearty. How the hell is it you find yourself so lucky as to brush up against the cheek of the girl who just months ago I was telling her how beautiful I thought she was? Believe me, it is not on your own merit. If she actually liked mustaches, I would have grown mine into a Salvador Dali-like infinite loop, so that way my facial hair could have expressed my love when words failed me. How does she think that someone who takes such terrible care of his facial hair would take good care of her? I never thought I'd see a mustache, which I like less than a soul patch, but here we are. I mean, you guys are like red hair's little fecal matters. I want to pluck you off one by one and shove you down his throat, but I will refrain because then she'll look at me as nothing but a fucking crazy guy that she used to date, and that is not what I am. No. What I am is someone who sees you lucky lip hairs brush against her cheek and my billiards ball heart breaks on cue. See, I have not been able to put enough English on the situation to convince myself that he is a good decision for her, and that goes well beyond his choice to continue growing you little upper lip accoutrements. My only hope is that she will one day look back on dating him like he's surely gonna look back on growing you and say, I don't know why I didn't cut that off sooner. In the meantime, even though I have to admit he has good taste in women, he needs to realize that that thing that he would like to call a mustache is what I am to Tova. We're not at all related. In the meantime, we're not even distant cousins or anything. I will not bludgeon you off of that man's face, which can be done, and you will help her be everything she deserves. When you meet her somewhere, try to reach the ears to tell them how lucky you are to brush up against her skin. Do brush against her skin. Kiss her because she deserves it. When she's in public and doesn't expect it, paint her cheek wine spilled on marble. Before you're out of bed, before he makes his morning decision not to shave you off and inflicts your wretched existence upon humanity for yet one more day, find yourself against her forehead. Do not tell me if you kiss anywhere below her face because I will lose my shit. But if his tongue is ever about to tell her a lie, use everything in your fibrous little selves to hold his lips together. When you're cut off, and you're no longer an embarrassment to self-respecting facial hair everywhere, or your final resting place be the trash can. She doesn't like facial hair in the sink.
Oh my God. Jacob Dodson has done it
I'm
again.
a little heartbroken right now.
I know, I'm a little sad.
You bastard.
Maybe I should just go home. Sorry guys, I'm out. Oh my gosh, so
amazing.
One of the things I love about his work and his poetry is like, if you were to give this poem a theme or a title, like what would you like call it?
That's the thing though. This poem, the whole concept is amazing to me. It's an unrequited love poem, but it's told to the facial hair, the wannabe facial hair of the new boyfriend, who like. How do you sit down and write that poem?
Like, I can totally see him, like, on Facebook stalking his ex-girlfriend, and he sees this guy, and he's like, what the heck? Oh my God. Like, really? This is what Oh,
this is what
just
this
so
is
much
what he
anger,
picked.
and yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's beautiful because that kind of leads to the whole metaphor of the poem of just being like, this like wannabe mustache is not enough for her.
Really?
But you know, since she's obviously picked you, you know, be these things. And I think that's what the audience is able to relate to so much, is that you can see and hear how much he still, like, all the feelings that he still has for this girl. And I think that's what really makes his poem so amazing, because he has like all these little things that he remembers about her that make your heart break when you hear them.
He's so honest. Like, he draws us in and we're like, what went wrong?
Yeah.
Like, you two should be together forever. He loves you so much. Like,
and do it after like hearing a poem told to some guy's wannabe gross
exactly. Like, who
facial
does
hair.
that? Oh my god.
I don't know how you even think of that stuff, but like almost all of his poetry is like told in these beautiful metaphors. Like he has one that kind of is like explaining the contents of his fridge, and somehow it's a beautiful metaphor for his life, or like an inspirational like metaphor for his life. And it's amazing how he can tie stuff together, and I think that's what sets him apart from any other slam poet that I've ever heard.
Oh yeah, so many brilliant lines in this poem, as you heard. Like, one of my favorites was the billiards ball. My heart breaks on cue. It's just like every time.
And you can hear it in the audience too.
Like,
just everybody's like, ah.
Like, what?
You can
like,
hear it. You can hear it breaking.
Like, do you spend days thinking about this? Or are you just like, how does? Anyways.
Brilliant. So we'll have more information on how to find more of Jacob Dodson's poetry in the description section below. But let us know what you thought about his poem, or maybe some unrequited love that you had that sucked, almost as bad as bad facial hair sucks.
Were you
or
like
more
depressed? Tell us about it.
Yeah, so let us know. Don't forget to subscribe, and then poets, send us your poetry to shutupandpoetry@gmail.com to be featured on a future episode, and we will see you guys next week. Grow acceptable beards, I think, was the whole point of this poem.
Or don't, if you can't.
If you can't,
just get rid of that.
Just let it go. Just let it be.
Throw it in the
reference.
trash.
See you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Shut up.
In poetry.